All right, so I was on my phone and then I was probably going to go to sleep soon until I saw a Twitter notification from the global server. And this has some pretty big implications. So we're going to be talking about that in this video today. The short end of it is that we are getting yellow Nanami probably on, I believe, the 3rd or the 4th. All right, so he is right around the corner. So a new Nanami is going to be coming out. But surprisingly, somehow, green Nanami after buffs is probably better than both of them. So, you know, just quickly, if you're only wanting to summon for this yellow Nanami to get a good Nanami, well, green Nanami very soon, well, maybe not very soon, maybe in like a couple months, is going to get an OP-ass buff. But yeah, so yellow Nanami is getting, well, they teased this event story, right? Which I gotta say, this looks pretty good too. And yeah, so let's get into a couple things regarding this. Right, but this is Nanami's story event, right? So the main thing that I think is pretty important to note is how they've stayed relatively on track. Okay, for example, they moved Kamo, right? But we did get Itadori, and then we did get Hollow Purple, right? Itadori came out with Momo, but then afterwards we went in order. We went after Hollow Purple, we went back to the map event, right? Then we went to this banner, then we got Kamo, well, we got Nobara, then Kamo, right? So it's basically stayed within the same month. But we jump all of March till the end of April, right? Which is very interesting. Very, very interesting how we're just jumping like a month and a half of content, right? So just for people to know, we are not getting hidden inventory until the end of January. It has already been confirmed for end of January, so don't have any doubts in your mind that this is to make hidden inventory come out sooner. They are for end of January, early February, which could maybe be counted as 100-day celebration. We will see. But I do believe it is pretty interesting that they're going in this order. And the reason is because of some unit I treasure very, very dearly. And that is Mahito, who's also in April, right? So in my opinion, what they're doing, and I think, let me know if I'm wrong, but it seems pretty striking. Because we've gotten everything from this update besides powerful enemy battle. You know what that means, right? Is that we might be getting Mahitos instead very soon. So in my opinion, the reason why we did not get Hanamis is because we will be getting Mahitos powerful enemy battle probably in the first week or first 10 days of January, right? That is my personal opinion. Let me know if I'm going crazy on that one, but I really believe that we're going to be getting Mahito before, well, Mahito's powerful enemy battle before Hanamis. I think that is honestly a pretty good indicator, right? Now, moving on, we're going to talk about Nanami afterwards, but I do want to, real quick, just mention Chapter 11 is coming January 3rd. I believe the story event's also coming then, but I'm not sure. It's either the 3rd or the 4th, but I couldn't tell you the exact date, right? Because they said coming soon. They didn't say the exact day, so nothing for me to do there. But they also said 103 is coming. That's good because, listen, I love seeing triple digits. All right, so for levels, that's going to be much cleaner than 97. That is for damn sure. So just wanted to mention this. I didn't mention it anywhere else. But yeah, this is when it starts getting interesting. I don't know if it's 11 or 12 that we start getting the EX battles. It gives a bit of extra cubes. It's pretty fun. Pretty simple, I mean, on JP right now. But I haven't tried it when it came out on launch, so I couldn't tell you that exactly. Now, going backwards to Nanami. So it's a bit weird that we're skipping everything. We were missing essentially Hanami and Mekamaru from March, and then April we had 4 different updates, right? April was huge. The only thing is on JP we got Golden Week campaign, which gave 1200 kaiju, which was also part of Nanami's release. So I don't know if they're gonna rebrand this. I hope, but it doesn't seem like he's in the files. So I don't know if they will, but they really should. They really, really should. Now, we're going to go through, first of all, the event memory, because that's the most important, which is this one. Oh, am I tweaking? This is the event memory. So this, a very cool animation and art, actually, is going to be giving crit rate and then alt gauge to themselves. So it's pretty mid. We could discount this one very quickly. Okay. Yeah, easily. Now then, let's get into Nanami, which I believe personally he is worse than the green Nanami. And that's because he works basically, he's a bit different. He could work type disadvantage in a way, but let's talk about it. So just normal taijutsu and jujutsu. Here, it's melee combined. All right, so he's a combined unit like usual. Skill 3 is combined again. Decreases the selected enemy's crit hit res and increases their damage taken for 2 turns. 2-turn debuffs are meh, right? They're okay. They're not anything crazy. I mean, on a DPS, it's like you'd rather him buffing himself than this, I guess, in some cases. Now, his ult is interesting, though, because he's doing 500 and an extra, like, 660 or 680 if they're type advantage, right? So this is basically added together. It's not or, right? And then the final hit is also a black flash. But what you have to realize is that when the selected enemy also has weakness to yellow, you also increase own damage further, right? So that is really nice. Oh, I apologize though. This is if you have, it's not if, it is you just do it, right? So this part is type neutral or whatever, but this part is guaranteed type advantage. As you can see, it says deals this damage to the enemy with type advantage, right? It means you're doing this part of it no matter what with type advantage, which plays into this where even neutral or type disadvantage, you're going to get this extra damage increase, right? If that makes sense. It's a bit complicated. Kujira like took, I swear to God, like 10 minutes to explain this ultimate to me. I just was not getting the way it was worded. But basically, it just means this part of it is type advantage no matter who you're hitting, right? That's it. Now, there's also this, where at the start of the battle, he gets 30 CE, 5 CE every turn, 220 ult gauge right away, and 30 Jujutsu. And then when you're attacking type advantage, 1 type per turn, you increase own ult gauge. So basically, how he works is he gets ult very quick. Because he gets 220 right away, and then every turn, he has the chance to get another 110, right? Which is very good. So he's going to be doing ult rather quickly. And his ult is pretty decent because it's what 500 and then 680, so it's 1180 with a guaranteed black flash and type advantage, so it's decent. But I definitely think he's worse than Green Nanami, simply because Green Nanami, like, well, first of all, let me reopen him. We'll just do compare and contrast with the buffs, but it's really just that this ult is so solid. Oh, whoa, my bad. So I closed it. But this ult is 1200 AoE, but then if you crit, which you have a very good chance to crit, like an insanely good chance, you have like what, 240% crit rate? So you have way higher chance to crit, and it increases crit damage already, right? And then he has very high black flash rate. It's just this Nanami is way better. And also for yellow is stacked, right? So it's just, I don't know. I really don't think you should be summoning on this, even if you like Nanami. Green Nanami is way better, right? Now, this is actually a very good recollection. I probably am going to try going for it. For pay to wins, it's not bad, right? But it's not amazing, right, at the same time. So the passive, the like normal passive for all allies is pretty good. Up to 25% damage dealt for all allies for yellow attackers. But, or just yellow attacks in general. But then here, he gives himself crit rate and crit damage, which is meh. So overall, though, like, this is not bad, actually. I'd rank it decently high for yellow DPSs. Like, if you're trying to use Itadori or Tinjo, sure. But if not, it's meh, right? But yellow is one of the most mono restrictive colors, because Yaga is way better on yellow. Kaido is also way better on yellow, right? He gets extra damage increase for yellow units specifically, right? Which is actually something pretty important to note. But yeah, overall, though, I think the biggest thing that this shows is that Mahito should be soon, considering the fact that they skipped Hanami, right? They released everything revolving Hanami, like, in this update. The pickup banner, the story update, the grade update, but they did not release Hanami themselves, right? So to me, it's like, yeah, we are probably going to be getting Mahito first, as people really, really want Mahito. I really hope that's the case. Maybe he's going to be the next unit, Itadori alongside Mahito. We'll see. I'll see you guys in the next one. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye.